Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
This episode is brought to you by Ulta Beauty. Holiday cheer is here, and Ulta Beauty has gifts for everyone on your list. Treat them to fan-favorite gift sets from Charlotte Tilbury and Peach and Lily. Go all out with timeless fragrances from YSL, Ariana Grande, and Carolina Herrera. And you can never go wrong with an Ulta Beauty gift card. Head to Ulta Beauty for gifts that make the holidays brighter and even more beautiful. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And here we are on this Christmas Eve, and I'm loving the music in the background. Dominic Carter here with you. The number to reach us this hour live, 800-848-9222. Our owner-operator of this network, Mr. Catsimatidis, John Catsimatidis, on the big screen, along with his wife, Margot Catsimatidis, in attendance, and his kids. It was just wonderful. A short time ago, in terms of he has a role in which he appears on screen twice. In the beginning of the movie, I don't want to give the plot away, and the middle of the movie, Marty Supreme, and this is playing in theaters all across the country. You go to your local theater, it is playing Marty Supreme. So in attendance for this special screening, Governor Hochul was there, and, you know, this is a Hollywood movie, and Mr. Catsimatidis plays the father of the lead character's best friend. Great plot. I don't want to give it away. It was just wonderful. Rita Cosby was in attendance. Lionel was in attendance. A lot of folks, and thank you to the NYPD for the special protection detail that was there to make sure that everyone was safe. It was just a great time by all. And, you know, generally these days, I'm not a fan of Hollywood movies, but this was one that I recommend you see. It's pretty good. And trust me, it keeps your attention. So congratulations to Mr. Catsimatidis on the big screen, a Hollywood star in the movie. And again, he appears on screen twice. Talking in one scene for a good 2 minutes, it seems like, in the middle for another 2 minutes of the movie. It's just, it was just wonderful. So Kamala Harris is suggesting that criticizing her cackle is sexist. Her distinctive cackle, if you criticize it, it's sexist. Newsflash, who hasn't criticized it? Seems like every American across the country has criticized her cackle. And she's also, this one, she's giving dating advice to young women. Full stop. Dating advice to young women. Considering her rise to fame, emphasis on rise to fame, I think I need to leave that one alone. But she's giving advice to dating advice to young women. Wow. So why? Yes, it's Christmas Eve. But I'm asking why. Why do Democrats have to be the way that they are? I get it. They think that they're resonating with their base. But congressional Democrats have a popularity all the way down, historic low, to 18%. So why does it have to be this way? Maybe you folks can help me this hour. Because if you're not resonating with the base, and if your popularity is at an all-time low of 18%, why are you pandering in the disgusting way that you are doing so? Case in point, let's go to Boston and its mayor, Michelle Wu. Michelle Wu, the city's mayor, far left, praising the Somali community, right, as the Trump administration, rightfully so, cracking down $9 billion in fraud, social service fraud in Minnesota. And so what does Mayor Michelle Wu do? She comes forward before the cameras and praises the Somali community.
You cannot talk about any achievement that the city of Boston has had in safety, jobs, and economic development, in education, without talking about the Somali community that has lifted our city up. We are proud and we are grateful for our Somali community and for our Somali American neighbors. Boston and the country are clear that hate has no place in our society. We will use every attack to actually strengthen and expand the services available, to empower and work alongside our community members who are already doing so much good in the world and setting an example for the rest of the country.
So again, I say why? Why pander? Why do this? Why think you're resonating? And clearly you're not. Remember, Kamala didn't win a single battleground state. What are you doing? What are you doing? So then we go to Brown University, Providence, Rhode Island. The lovely DMS posted on my Twitter. She says this Brown University debacle reflects our lax society on so many levels. It's a case study on how when you throw away all of our earlier values, the bottom will eventually fall out. And that's exactly what happened at Brown. 2 people dead, 9 injured. Head of security on paid leave. He's done. The president has to be next. DEI at its absolute worst. The situation at Brown University.
Colonel Hugh Clements, formerly the head of the Providence Police Department, tapped to be the interim vice president of the Public Safety Department, which is the highest position for the school's police department here. The university has placed Rodney Chapman, who has held that position, on administrative leave. Now, we don't know the reasoning behind that move exactly, but we did learn that Clements was contacted a few days following the shooting, and he will report directly to President Paxton. All while the Trump administration has now opened its investigation into Brown security protocols. 12 News law enforcement analyst Stephen O'Donnell says Clements brings in.
And so, it's interesting, folks, and I apologize that soundbite's cut a little short. We see your telephone calls, but it's funny how life works, because that's Channel 12 in Providence, the same station that my daughter worked at. And, it's funny because, and I guess I shouldn't tell this story, but I'll make it quick, and I hope my daughter doesn't get too angry with me. My daughter, one of my proudest moments was when we arrived in Providence. She had just moved to Rhode Island, and to turn on the local news, Channel 12, at WPRI, I believe is the station, and to see the 2 anchors tossed to your daughter for a live shot. And she aces the live shot, because you're sitting there with your holding your breath. Please don't let my baby mess up this live shot. And she knocked it out the park. So it's the same station. And they wanted her to stay. Offered her a brand new contract, more money. Sorry, Courtney, I hope I'm not going too personal. But she said, Dad, it's just not enough money for me. And so that's when she decided to get out of the industry. And now she's a spokeswoman at an Ivy League institution, doing very well. But that same report from that same station is the station that employed my daughter. And it's just interesting how life works out. We see all of your calls. We're about to begin with them in just a second. But, it's interesting because when I say why with the Democrats, notice what's going on with the rap community. Now, I know many of you don't follow rap, but the trends are starting to change. Nicki Minaj, I've been talking about this all week, appears with Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk, in Arizona at her convention, Erica Kirk. And Nicki Minaj, as you might imagine, in my community is taking enormous heat, but I don't think she cares. She went there, praised Trump, praised conservative values. This is a major rapper, a major, worldwide, Nicki Minaj. Another rapper who has come out, if you will, and coming out is defined as supporting Trump, happens to be Amber Rose. Amber Rose spoke at the RNC in Milwaukee on behalf of President Trump. She's a rapper too. And Amber Rose, TLC caught up with her and asked her what did they think about Nicki Minaj appearing at the conference by Erica Kirk.
Hey, what's up, Am? Happy holidays.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good.
I wanted to ask you, obviously you and Nicki are super close. Can I ask you, what do you make of everything? Her coming out with Erica Kirk yesterday.
I think she did a great job, an amazing job.
I saw you put on Instagram, the Queen has spoken.
Yes,
so
that's right.
You don't think that she should be getting as much backlash as she
No,
is?
she should. We live in a free country. She has the right to her own political opinion, just like everyone else does.
A lot of people feel like because of her fan base being largely, LGBTQ, that
She didn't say anything wrong. She didn't say anything about the LGBTQ plus community at all.
Right, but her siding, kind of with the Trump administration or, speaking out of there.
Why do people think anybody over there is homophobic? I'm not homophobic. My assistant has been with me for 11 years. He's black and gay. I have a bunch of trans friends. So does Nicki. Yeah. I don't know why people twist our words or think because we endorse Trump that we just hate gay people and trans people. It's just not true.
So when Nicki spoke out a few weeks ago for the Christians in Nigeria, she said it's not about choosing a side, it's about choosing what's right. So do you feel like that's kind of what's going on in this kind of situation too, by her coming out with Erica and, speaking
What's wrong with talking to Erica? That's what I mean. I just don't get the logic behind why people are upset. Mm-hmm. But shout out to Nicki. Yeah. Shout out to TMZ. Thank you.
Shout out to you too, Amber. Thank you. Wait, any plans for the holiday?
My mom's visiting from Jersey, so we just hanging out with the kids.
You cooking or mom?
I'm cooking.
Okay.
For sure.
What are you going to make? What's
everything.
What's your specialty?
I don't know yet.
Okay, I love it.
I gotta see. Bye.
And so that's rapper Amber Rose. I'm telling you, folks, I'm very good at reading trends. Something is going on with the rap community where they have had it with Democrats, and they are turning to Trump and to Republicans. So now you have Nicki Minaj goes out on stage and doesn't bat an eye in terms of her full support of Trump and conservative values. And on the 3 o'clock show that I do later on today, wait until you hear what Judge Joe Brown has to say about Congresswoman Haight, Jasmine Crockett. Ooh, wait until we get to that. We see all your telephone calls. We're coming right back, and we're going to go right to your calls. This is a time when I can focus more heavily on the calls because it's the holiday time, and we're going to do exactly that.
The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the pain points of wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Adobe Acrobat Studio, so brand new. Show me all the things PDFs can do. Do your work with ease and speed. PDF Spaces is all you need. Do hours of research in an instant with key insights from an AI assistant. Pick a template with a click. Now your prezzo looks super slick. Close that deal? Yeah, you won. Do that, doing that, did that, done. Now you can do that with Acrobat. Now you can do that with the all-new Acrobat. It's time to do your best work with the all-new Adobe Acrobat Studio.
How does PwC take your company to the leading edge? They bring the sharpest minds in tech to your team, so you can bring the ideas that will transform your business. They're passionate about your industry, so you can walk into any room with every advantage. And they're with you every step of the way, so you can know you're headed in the right direction. PwC builds for what's next, so you can get there now. Get started at pwc.com/us/leading edge.
This is Charlie. He's my part rescue dog, part whirlwind. Half of his breakfast always ends up on the floor. And he leaves fur everywhere. That's why I grabbed the Bissell Power Clean Fur Finder. It's cordless, powerful, and actually finds fur you don't even see. If you've got a pet like Charlie, you've got fur everywhere. The Power Clean Fur Finder gets that. Discover how Power Clean Fur Finder makes pet cleanups effortless at Bissell.com.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And believe it or not, 1 week, exactly 1 week from right now, from right this second, New York City, America's largest city, will have officially in the private ceremony sworn in the new mayor. The mayor 1 week from, well, actually from Christmas, from 24 hours from now, Mamdani will officially be the mayor, sworn in the private ceremony, and then hours later will be the public ceremony, and Bernie Sanders will be in town for the public event. New York Attorney General Letitia James will be doing the private swearing in. And at the movie premiere with Mr. Katsimatidis in it, the movie Marty Supreme, it was interesting. The governor was there. She stayed for the entire time. And she was kind of feisty because Nassau County Executive, New York, Bruce Blakeman, was also there. And that's going to be the race for governor, the Republican against the Democrat. And because a lot of the movie focuses on the fact that the lead character is a world-renowned ping pong player, Governor Hochul said she's going to beat. She was asked a question by Mr. Katsimatidis, and she said she's going to beat Blakeman in ping pong and in the race for governor with him right there in the audience. And Blakeman, when he arrived, he always looks like $1 million. Let's go to your telephone calls. Kevin in Westchester, line 1. Kevin, what's on your mind?
First, Merry Christmas, Dom. And Kamala Harris should be hosting Romper Room. Dom, I saw the movie Marty's Success. It was great. Katsimatidis was great. And Dom, you should be in the movies. You could play a rat in the movies. You would be a big rat driving around in a caddy. Step on it, Froggy. You would be a big rat in the movie.
Okay. All right. Thank you for your dumb comment. First of all, I have been in numerous movies playing myself, and you're trying to be, I could tell from the voice, drop him, please, that he's a total jokester. Folks, I don't know why people do that. You have some crazy nuts that get their rocks off by doing stuff like that. You have people that are lonely, and we're together as a family right now, lonely because of the holidays, and you want to call with these types of comments. And I know who's behind it. It's behind a former candidate for mayor, but I'm not going there anymore. I'm not doing it. Say what you want. Lie as much as you want. I'm not going in the gutter with you. Because if I go in the gutter, you win. And I'm not going to do it. So you can have all your nuts call up as much as you want. They could say whatever they want. It's not going to change a thing. And you're not going to ever get another rise out of me in life.
The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Carvana lets you buy your next car on your terms. Explore a massive inventory online, filter for what matters, and find your perfect match. Then choose delivery to your home or pick it up at one of Carvana's iconic car vending machines. Every car also comes with a 7-day money-back guarantee, so you can make sure it's the right fit. Buy your car on Carvana. Delivery or pickup fees may apply. Limitations and exclusions may apply. See our 7-day return policy at Carvana.com.
Carvana.
When you own your own business, you own every decision.
Catch the red eye or take the 6 a.m.
Make a new hire or promote internally.
Celebrate a win with the toast at the gate or unwind at the lounge. Big props to this team.
Some decisions are a win-win. Like earning 8 times points on Chase Travel. Introducing Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business. With $2,500 in annual value, it's the business card that gives back all you put in. Visit chase.com/reserve business to learn more. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member of FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
¿Hablas español?
Sprichst du Deutsch?
Komm du noch?
If you used Babbel, you would. Babbel's conversation-based techniques teaches you useful words and phrases to get you speaking quickly about the things you actually talk about in the real world, with lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts and voiced by real native speakers. Babbel is like having a private tutor in your pocket. Start speaking with Babbel today. Get up to 55% off your Babbel subscription right now at babbel.com/Spotify. Spelled BABBEL.com/Spotify. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And so I am looking at my Twitter at my ex at Dominic TV, and the lovely Catherine Trunk, one of the comments she has here, she says, at Dominic TV, Christmas greetings to you. I've been working. That's what it is. It's abbreviated. Very long hours, busy season, all good. Now, I want you to notice the difference in what Catherine is saying. And Catherine is like Tony that I worked with. We spoke with Tony the other day. And Catherine's taking care of her 96-year-old mother and working. And Tony doing the same thing, and he just recently lost his mother. Soon he's headed to Houston for the funeral. But notice the positive attitude that Catherine is expressing about work. And, as compared to these kids these days that want to do anything but work. And Catherine is also commenting on my cat, Beyonce. And she says, can see why your family took him in and can see why you spoil it and how it appreciates you. Does it still follow you up the stairs when you come home? Absolutely. And I don't know what it is. A couple of things about Beyonce. One, Beyonce had to go to the vet the other day, long nails, and had some type of allergy on the bottom of his stomach. $600. Just like that, poof. Because the vet says, and he does get vicious. He gets nervous. I don't know what it is about an animal's instinct. He starts hissing at the vet. He doesn't want to be there. It starts when you put him in the carrier. But this cat, it's funny how God works, because I think maybe 15, 18 years ago, it was a hot summer night. All the kids were up swimming and out by the pool where the pool heater is, where, the kids love to swim in the dark, where I have just enough light to make sure that I can watch them, to make sure that nobody's drowning. And or in a stressful situation, and so the pool heater is very, very warm, and it was storming cats and dogs, right, for lack of a better term, and we heard this noise, or one of the kids heard it, a meow of a kitten, and it's funny how they know instinctively what to do to try and stay warm, and so he was up near the pool heater, trying to stay warm, and they brought the kitten to me, and I brought the kitten to my wife, and she raised holy hell. I don't want no cat. Get that cat out of here. Ah, ah. By the morning time, she was running to the store to buy the cat food, and the cat has been with us ever since then. So, Tony, before I go back to the telephone calls, big day coming up for you in about a day and a half when you fly out to Houston.
Yes, I'm flying out Christmas morning at 9 o'clock out of LaGuardia.
Wait, and you get off work at 5 a.m.,
Yeah,
right?
no, but tonight's my last night. Tonight's my last night. So it's like Christmas Eve, going into Christmas, I'll be off.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So this is my last night.
Actually flying on Christmas Day, headed to Houston for the funeral.
Yes, because the funeral's this Saturday.
Okay, so you have what, 48 hours before the funeral once you get there.
Yes.
Are you ready for this mentally?
Yes, I am. I am, but like I told you a couple of days ago when we were talking about this, things will probably change once I get to Houston. You know, I think once reality hits me, then it's going to be a different story. You know, so I'm just taking it one step at a time, my friend. Just one step at a time.
Mm-hmm. And that really is all that we can do. You know, so I want to thank our listeners, Tony, and you. I went to see my aunt the other day. And to be frank and honest with you folks, that's why I let my guard down and responded to such negativity as it relates to a former candidate for mayor. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm not going to respond to it again because I had just left from seeing my aunt. And it's tough for me. It's really tough because I think that I see our own frailty, right? I see that the life cycle that this could happen to us. So for me to be there with my aunt and she's not the same person anymore, and the dementia, and I'm talking to her and the conversation will go left into God knows what. And I'm looking at this, and even to look at her face, she's not the same person anymore. And then, something I feel bad about, and I really feel bad about this, because I'm not going to lie to you folks. Part of me is sitting there as I'm looking at her, and I'm saying, I want her to live forever, right? But part of me is saying, God, please take her out of her misery. Call her home. Because she's telling me that she can't go to the bathroom, she's and then the male female part, right? So I tell the females in the family, listen, I can't deal with this. So the day before, my sister had to get involved because she called her up crying, saying that they left her there sitting in her waist. And I try my hardest not to get involved because when I get involved, I'm going directly to the executive director. It's going to be a mess when I get involved, okay? And so, and I try explaining to the females in the family that, there's certain things that I just don't need to know that you as a woman need to handle because I just can't deal with it on an emotional level. And so I feel awful because the way life works, I may be called home before she is, And so I just wanted to know how you're doing as you are preparing to head to Houston.
Like I said, I'm okay. I do have my moments, but what I do, I think about the good times. Like for the past couple of days, I've been listening to music that she used to play in the house as a kid, so it puts a smile on my face. Listening to the OJs the other day, Earth, Wind and Fire, Ashford and Simpson. So I just remember certain times, like perfect example. I remember as a kid, she was laying on the couch and I'm on the floor and Soul Train is on. And she was sleeping, but then when she heard this big man talking, yeah, baby, how you doing? She turned around, oh, Tony, give me my glasses. I was like, why are you tripping? And it was Barry White. And that's, so I remember that. So like I said, certain things are putting a smile to my face. And I remember the song that he was singing. So that's what's keeping me going. Just, thinking about the good times, you know, when it was just her and I, you know, and, you know, it's always going to be instilled in me. And, you know, and I understand how you feel about your aunt. That's how I felt about my mother, the way things were going, you know, like, I don't want her to suffer like this no more. Please take her. And because I know when she gets to that other side, like when your aunt gets to the other side, she will be in a better place. So that's what's keeping me going. Now, like I said, things probably will change once I get to Houston, and then when reality will hit me, then I know I'm going to be a basket case. You know, because
that's okay.
Yeah, because that's my girl.
Okay.
That's the lady that brought me in. That's the first lady that loved me, and that's the first lady that I ever loved.
I'm just telling you, Tony, just like I did the other day, let the tears flow.
Oh yes,
because I don't want you to almost have a nervous breakdown.
I'm not. Trust me, I have a towel in my suitcase already, a big thick towel, because I know the eyes are going to be puffy, and I got some new Ray-Ban shades, so I'm gonna be all right. So nobody won't be able to see it, but. You know, it is what it is, and it's no shame in my game because that was my girl.
You know, so much is said about race relations. I'm going to Helena in Westchester in just 1 second, line 3. So much is said about race relations. My mother-in-law, I mean, I love this woman more than life itself. Her name Ruby Stevens, and she had 9 sons, and she was down to 2. They grew up in Harlem. Drugs took them all. Every single one of them. So heroin and so on. Health took one of her sons. So we came into our life at the perfect time. And when her funeral, you know, I had to be strong for my kids, strong for my wife. And it was tough. And the one thing that got me through, Andrew Kurtzman, who worked with me at New York One, and Claire Brinberg. Claire Brinberg is now a senior producer at World News Tonight. So she's in the chair, in the anchor's ear. And I'm walking into the funeral home, Benter's in Harlem, and out of a yellow cab come Andrew and Claire, 2 white New Yorkers, right? And they were coming to Harlem to attend the service to make sure I was okay. And I will never forget their kindness. And they were there for me. And that gave me the strength to sit there and go through that. I'm not good dealing with death. It's as simple as that. I'm not, Tony. Thank you. And I'm going to be talking. Well, this is your last day before you.
Yes.
So I wish you the best, man. You'll be in our thoughts, and just please let it out.
Will do.
If you feel like, because I don't want you to almost snap the way I did.
Oh, thank you. I will.
Okay. I'm telling you, please.
Will do.
Let's go to Helena. Line 3, Westchester County. We'll get back to the politics in just 1 second. Helena, what's on your mind?
Okay, I was going to talk about something else, but I got to send my heart out to Tony. He'll be fine. It'll take time. I went through it. We all do. God bless you, Tony. You'll be fine. You're a tough tiger. You're okay. Okay?
Thank you, sweetie.
Okay. Now... Now, my favorite. There you are, my friend. You were talking about like you didn't feel like it's the season and all that. I hear you. I hear you. Most of us don't feel that way. And I think we're faking it with all the gifts and all that crap. It's such nonsense. It doesn't get into the spiritual part that we're supposed to feel.
Hey,
the
Helena,
reason for the season. What?
Helena, let me just tell you this. It's funny that you say that, that we fake it with the gifts. I mean, I make sure that my grandkids have, an overabundance. But when I look at the items and all the money that I've spent, you're exactly correct. I guess I'm hiding from it myself, because at home, under the tree, there are a million gifts. And so maybe you're onto something there. Please continue.
Okay. So I know this is kind of funny, but when I went to the store, I bought several packages of candy cones, and I started giving them out to every person that I saw. And that lifted my spirit and their spirit. That's a small thing. And another thing I did is, no, it doesn't matter. But I just have to send this out. The people that are alone like I am, listen, you know what would make you feel better? If you can afford it, just do what I did. Buy some candy canes and just give them out, because it'll make you feel good inside and not so alone. I don't know, maybe I'm talking too much.
No, you're on to something, Helena, because I can tell you for a fact that it's always better to give than to receive. And, normally I don't talk about stuff like this, but what I will do this time of year, and call me nuts, call me whatever you want to, and often I'll do it with single mothers, when they're with their children. I will, this time of year, I will walk around with 20s, and in some cases $40 or $60. So the other day I was flying back from Atlanta, and this woman, it reminded me of me with my aunt. I heard this woman, and she was chastising her child. She was like, I'm not paying $5 in this airport for a soda. I'm not paying $9. And this went on and on and on. And I walked past her, and I said, you know what? I got to do something. So I said, Miss, I'm not trying to be romantic with you. I'm not trying to do anything foul. Here's $60. Buy the child the soda she wants. And it lit up her face. It lit up her face. And she said, thank you, sir. It was her birthday just the other day. So, Helena, I'm late for a break. But I understand what you're saying, because this time of year, that's exactly what I do with cash to people. The fast food worker at Burger King, all types of people, because I feel that I've been blessed. And, to those where much is given, much is required. And so I've got to take a break. When we come back, we will continue with your telephone calls.
The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
This is Jason Momoa, and I'll be your finance professor today. Welcome to Banking Smarter 101 with Chime. Bam! First lesson, sign up for Chime and set up direct deposit. You'll be joining millions of members banking fee-free. Second lesson, get cash back on eligible purchases while building credit and a higher APY on your savings. That's how you bank smarter this season. Fa-la-la-la-la, class dismissed. Join Chime today.
Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services and a secure Chime Visa credit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC. Optional services and products may have fees or charges. Details at chime.com/fees-info. With a qualifying direct deposit, earn 1.5% cash back on eligible secure Chime Visa credit card purchases. On-time payment history may have a positive impact on your credit score. Results may vary. APY means annual percentage yield. Learn about credit building and more at chime.com.
This episode is brought to you by Netflix. So Netflix is basically Santa this year. 2 NFL games on Christmas Day, streaming live. At 1 p.m. Eastern, it's Cowboys, Commanders. Then at 4:30, you've got Lions, Vikings. Midwest football, playoff stakes, and probably some snow. Watching holiday football is a tradition the whole family can enjoy. Open some gifts, grab some food, settle in, and watch NFL Live on Netflix this Christmas Day.
Looking for the perfect gift? Blink has you covered. With a Blink security camera, you're giving the gift of peace of mind.
A camera? Isn't that hard for them to set up?
It's simple to install anywhere, and they'll always know what's happening at home.
Okay, that's actually perfect.
Perfect indeed. Give the gift of smart security with Blink, so they can check in on home from anywhere this holiday season. Shop now at amazon.com/blink.
Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first... There, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes.
Now, from New York City to the world, it's Dominic Carter.
And right back to your telephone calls on this Christmas Eve. Lou, line 3, Long Island. What's on your mind, Lou?
Dominic, I had a joyful morning. I staple an envelope to my trash bag for the sanitation men, excuse me. And I have to be having my coffee. Yeah. It's a profession. And I happen to have my coffee in the living room, and the sanitation man comes up, grabs the envelope, and he jumps off his feet, and he's waving it in the air. Thank you. And it just made me feel happy. He appreciated it. He didn't even know what was in the envelope. It could be $1, but just the fact that, I don't know, maybe I appreciated him, and it just made me feel good that he was happy.
And that's a wonderful story to hear, Lou. I try to the people to pick up the garbage. I think they come on Mondays and Thursdays, so they'll be here on Christmas. And I'll be at work with you folks, and my kids will be at the Knicks game. But I got to figure out something to do for the people that come by and pick up the garbage as well. Lou, that's a wonderful story. Thank you very much. Let's go to line 4, Patrick in Indiana. What's on your mind, Patrick?
Yes. My point tonight is that somebody there at ABC, somebody that has Donald Trump's father, should call him and tell him about the Constitution. He is not enforcing the Constitution.
Patrick, I'm sorry. There is nothing he can do about Mamdani as of right now. What has Mamdani done to violate the Constitution?
Let me explain, and you'll hear.
No, I'm short on time. I can't let you go on forever. That's why That's why. Okay, I'm going to say again, thank you for the call, Patrick. Thank you for the call. I'm going to say again, there's nothing Mamdani has done as of yet in which the president can intercede and get involved. If that's the case, he would have done so with Ilhan Omar. But with her situation, apparently the time lapse of when you can get involved has elapsed. You just can't just say wave a wand, President Trump, make them go away. That's ridiculous. Life doesn't work that way. Now maybe Mamdani will do something, but as of right now, he has not done anything to be removed from office. He has not even taken office as of yet. Paul in Connecticut, line 5. Paul, what's on your mind?
Hi, good morning, Dominic. I'd just like to say my heart goes out to Tony, and maybe when he goes down there, he should hire a taxi driver to bring him around. If in Texas, I went there once. It's kind of far out state, and everybody seemed a little hot-headed down there. But
Tony went to college down there. Well, thank you. Tony went to college there, so he's right. Tony, you're very familiar.
Yeah, I'm familiar, and I worked in radio down there for a couple of years, so I know how to get around. Mm-hmm. But thank you, though.
Hey, Paul, thank you for that. Let's go to Pete, New Jersey. Quickly, Pete, you got 20 seconds. Go ahead.
Oh, hi. A big part of our assignment in life is to learn for certain that you are poor in spirit. And the closer we're able to get to that learning, especially this time of the year, the December solstice, all of these holidays and hullabaloo, and be poor in spirit, and you will be more in harmony with the truth.
I hear you. I don't know exactly what you mean by poor in spirit, but I'll be back 3 p.m. Eastern.
Thanks for listening to The Dominic Carter Show. You can hear The Dominic Carter Show weekdays at 3 p.m. and Monday through Thursday at midnight and Sunday starting at 11 p.m. on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.